Hey, good morning. I'm David Veach, and this is Elevate Your Performance. I'm fixing to go out for a walk, but I wanted to do this real quick before I did so. Every Sunday, I reflect on the stuff that we covered this previous week. I started on Monday talking about responsibility and autonomy as an element of satisfaction, right? So, satisfaction requires meaningfulness, awareness, and responsibility. That responsibility piece requires leaders to let go, and that's what I focused on first. Leaders have to learn to let go, and it's hard to do that unless you've got a system that's going to help you actually maintain your own sense of control. Another way that we can give that responsibility is to let people solve their own problems. So I mentioned that on Tuesday, and then because we haven't really equipped our workforce to be able to handle their own problems, I talked about a technique to use to teach that problem solving, which is called the C4 process, which is something I've written up and evolved from other scientific problem solving methodologies. So that scientific method came in after that. And then I learned a lesson from my granddaughter as she was discovering. Okay, she's 8 months old, she's playing around with stuff and learning the whole time. And so that was a pretty cool lesson. And it ties back into our need as adults to discover and to play around with stuff so that we can solve the problems around us. And then that turned to problems not just within organizations and the culture that we have in an organization. So I had a little talk about levels of culture in an organization. And yesterday I kind of wrapped up the week trying to figure out how we are translating from the culture of an organization to the culture of our society. And how do we solve the problems that we're having in the country? And we got some big problems, right? We got some huge problems that have been around for hundreds of years. And I said, don't try to solve the big one, right? Find something local that you can do. Talk to somebody, make some connection, and see how you can apply this whole idea about love and put their needs above your own. If we can do that and show each other a little respect, I think we can have better conversations, and better conversations are going to lead to some solutions or some progress toward those solutions for these big problems that we're having. But it's got to start with respect, and there's virtually no respect that you can see in a Facebook series of conversations or on any kind of social media platform. I hope we're showing more respect in person, but because we're so isolated right now, we can't really do that. Stop for a minute. You show respect by listening, by understanding the other person's needs, and by taking their perspective in mind. You got to listen, and it's hard, especially if we're tied up with this conservative, liberal, Democratic, Republican, Trump versus Biden. It's really easy to just go for the throat and start calling names, and we've got horrible examples of leaders who are doing that. So step back, take a breath, decide to show some respect, and then have a decent conversation. All right? Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm going out for a walk. Going to try to get back into this whole swing of things. Gained too much over the COVID thing, so I'm going to try to get rid of that and start getting back on track to do these half marathons once that opens back up. So have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.